back, and we're about to learn the origins of the Elder Tribe. Let's learn about your fucking secret history.
Huh?
Oh, it's you, Gallica. Yeah, no, long time no see. So happy you're safe. Long time? Has it really been so long? I suppose you're right.
Wow.
Wow, guess you didn't miss me much. It's been several months, you know? Several months? Oh my, Gallica is keeping track of time now, is she?
What?
Oh, what do you mean? A day, a month, a year? That's people talk. This time matter to a fairy. You're almost like them. I guess that's kind of cool. Why is Gallica so different? I mean, I know she's hung out with them, but like even when... Oh wow, I didn't know that she could just sit on my shoulder like that. Could she always do that? Weird. Did she always do that? I never really noticed. But... Huh. I wonder if she actually was always like that. Since like before Will. Oh, I know like that's Will metaphor. It's the default name for him is Will. Not Ted Bundy, unfortunately. Oh wow, it's Gallica. I don't know why, but I'm so happy right now. Come on, Gallica, let's play. What should we do? What should we play?
About that.
Sorry, I can't play right now. Another time, okay? What do you mean can't? Are you really Gallica? Whatever though, when you can play, I'll be around. It feels like Gallica must have changed a lot too when she accepted the mission. Because if Gallica was like all of these other fairies, there's no way they would have done what they needed to do. Murals and shit. Whoa. Oh, are we gonna learn about all of this shit? The image depicts a scene from ancient history. The image appears to show some academics. Is more here? Studying a store of hidden power contained within a person's body. The artwork is entitled The Invention of Magic. Holy shit. We are getting all of that. Alright, let's talk with her first.
Does this depict the Elder Tribe?
Guess so.
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
But why are there humans that are monsters?
The human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before.
There be dragons.
The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Artificial division. So, what tribe? Like, obviously, there's some that naturally adapted. Yeah, like the Mustari. What tribe had artificial division? Because I'm not gonna lie, everyone looks. Everyone looks different. Also, I think I get it. I think I know why Ted Bundy has two different colored eyes. It's to make you think that's the Elda's division. That's just their difference in the race. You don't really get to meet another Elda. You don't. So when you see your character, you're like, oh, that's their division. That's their own unique thing. That's what the Elder tribe have. That's how people know the Elder tribe. But no, the Elder tribe, that's just special to Ted Bundy. They are just humans. And I think if he didn't have the hemochromatosis, is it hemochromatosis? If he didn't have that, I think it would have been very obvious to the player that actually the Elder are humans all along. And it was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince, that is to say, I am a scion of both the old world and the new.
It beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives.
That's crazy
out.
that those monsters
Even we do
fuck.
not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic, Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Hi, Mom.
Yet,
Oh,
anxiety
what?
itself
He's
is
just
not
floating?
something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There's weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as the weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as though that's the natural order. Whoa. Our persona evolved. Whoa. Dang. My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the heroic embodiment of the prince. Oh
let's
shit.
do it.
Let's do it. If no one understands me right away, I'll accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight to
Let's
come.
fight.
That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Okay.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Counting on you.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell. turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl
Churn.
beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
I want you to tell me about Louis.
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village.
He's an adopted son of like a noble. But not Elda.
His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with.
When
however
was he
prodigious.
adopted? I assumed he was adopted like as a baby, but we don't know that.
As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of Magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Hell yeah.
Magla is a substance
I'd be a
born of the
fucking
heart,
sage, dude.
generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more Magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the Magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests. With the world embroiled in chaos, these outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals. The beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next.
Hold on, sorry.
He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Anyone can be a human. Right?
Indeed. All people today are ultimately
Yeah,
descendants
because there's
of
small
humankind.
divisions between everyone,
If
but
Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Sorry, one last thing I have to... Can't look outside yet. It's very early, but... Back to... Oh god. I have like, let's just say it's before Christmas, and I have a bunch of gifts coming, for my cousin's kids, and was supposed to come, yesterday, but now it's like, hey, I'm actually gonna come, on the 23rd. Which was not the plan, which was not the shipping I got. So not really happy about that. Hopefully it does make it on the 23rd, or else I have to go and drive around after Christmas to give some gifts.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
No, I want to look at the murals. God damn it. Can we come back here? Okay, we're gonna look at the murals first. Mural depicts a scene from ancient history. Spellbinding city is depicted, built with towering futuristic architecture that's far beyond anything in the three nations' capitals. Era of light. Let's just pretend like we did this when we were talking with her, okay? Mural depicts a scene. An elegant capital city crumbles in flames. Large-scale magic is cast and dragons are let loose in chaos. The War of the Dragons. Yeah. Bullshit that they're doing this to me right now. It's a scene from ancient history. Together, the three artworks form one large scene. 8 youths stand facing away from each other in a ring formation. Center of the circle lies a corpse holding a flower. 8, huh? They seem to be of all different tribes, right? Can't tell. Figures. Oh, yep. Yeah, okay, I was right. Perhaps the corpses belong to an Elda. Perhaps the corpse belongs to an Elda. All 8 have their backs to the body. Tip pitch. Birth of the tribes. Did an Elda create the different tribes? What is Tip Titch? I want to know what Tip Titch is. No. Let's just tell me the same thing. Yeah, okay. That's very interesting. That is something I did not know anything about. It depicts a scene from ancient history. A city lies in ruins in the background, a testament to the repercussions of war. In the foreground, resilient survivors take up an agrarian lifestyle. Dawn. It depicts a story from seemingly more recent era than others. A Claymore general leads an army. Soldiers are equipped with modern weaponry, including gauntlet runners and igniters. Second World. wise-looking youth and a beautiful woman face each other in a familiar forest. Does this depict the sanctum? Upon closer examination, the woman is Nelda. Yet appears to be a blessing of the union between the two figures. Wonder when the scene is supposed to have taken. Well, probably before you were born. A little bit before you were born. Union. That's your mom and dad, dude. Alright, let's do this. Russell, is everyone safe? We are. We've had no casualties, however. We're swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of you in a glance. Do nothing but watch. I was powerless against them.
No.
There was little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the Resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening, came to investigate. I don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please. Okay, we should probably put on our prince persona, right? Yeah.
What now?
Makes synthesis skills easier to activate, leads allies, making the most of their strength and support attacks from countermeasures happen more. Enemies are stunned more easily in overworld combat. Heavy physical slash damage. Okay. One enemy. Damage boost against human type monsters. Increases caster's attack and defense hit by 3 ranks for 3 turns. Deals heavy light damage to all enemies. Recovers HP and MP each time a support attack lands in overworld combat. Oh, that is good. That's 4 turn icon. Oh, I can finally get that ability. That's insane. Resist all affinity damage other than Almighty. Does extreme Almighty damage to one enemy. Wait. Where's Prince?
I found new power.
Alright, we gave him some.
What now?
We don't... Okay. We go down a little bit, but it's fine. Because we still get a lot of different moves here. Oh, it's all protection. Okay. Lowers their defense. I mean, this is really good. Arcane. I mean, if we have some strong ones there, that's really good. That one up. That. Yeah, let's save. But I want to level up Prince now.
Ready?
I need to hurry after the attacker. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go. We got this, homie. Zorba.
You. Zorba.
So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was.
Why was he just walking?
I killed the prince.
He should have been
though
running.
He died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Can we just kill Zorba?
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost
What a fucking
impressive how
crazy
blind
dude.
your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What do you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Hello.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
The power of your newly earned archetype prince searches for
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
This is an archetype exclusive to the protagonist. You can now change it out as you wish. What do you mean? An active support for all your synthesis. Unique traits not found in another archetype. None of its skills can be transferred. Oh, okay.
Alright, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
That's a lot of synthesis, dude. Or it's not really, actually. Increase attack, defense, and evasion by 3 rings for 3 turns. Yes, please.
This'll be over if I can get moving
Oh,
to
no,
the
we're
I'll
back.
show you.
Black trick, yeah.
Going for the weak spot. Great job, Juna.
I'm ready whenever.
Now they're weak to something new.
That's a lot. Holy
Wait,
shit.
it's
Wait,
closing in.
what? Let's do everything. Yeah, 'cause he's gonna eat the berries, isn't he?
Not moving to the front. Oh, power of heroes. Burst forth.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Is there enough time for some close? I won't hold back! The blaze edge!
That's some good damage, damn. Yeah, he's gonna devour. Neat, okay.
Healed. We've got to do something about those apples. Let me handle those apples.
Yeah, knock the apples.
All right, leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there. I call upon a royal soul. This might sting. Great job, Juna.
Stay insane
Now
in
they're
a
weak to-
fight, not blood. All right.
Ah! I stand ready. Let justice prevail.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Yeah, heroic slash.
Don't
Oh, we're doing some damage now.
Raging
Are you
fire.
weak to fire? No.
Come here.
Get wrecked.
With blade in hand.
Throw bolts of lightning!
Let's set it up!
Doesn't have anything crazy. No.
Maybe there's a better. No, let's work together.
Let's try and see Royal Sword. Let's see it.
If you would.
No holding back.
Use the Royal Sword. Oh shit, that is severe. Oh my god, Prince is OP. God wins Gale. God wins Gale. Wind God's Gale, which I think Prince uses Seeker weapons.
Not bad, if I say so myself.
Ooh.
Nice. I feel stronger.
Ha! I have never known such a...
Feels like I'm making progress.
Good.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible.
I'm gonna make a prediction. Next time we fight Luis, he's gonna be kind of like taken to the edge. Like he's gonna know that he's outclassed. He's gonna turn himself into a human and become even stronger.
But don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire.
Hold on.
Condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Views of prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. If we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
We lost too many lives along this journey. And if Luis has his way with the world, such partings would become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
But it comes
That's
down
about what
to
it comes down to, yes.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. But we work best under pressure anyway.
You...
Ted Bundy.
I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, An old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Thank you. For everything.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose.
Not.
Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the gauntlet runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
Well, since she basically said you're never coming back, I'm so
It's a
glad I
bit
looked at the
strange, isn't
murals.
I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise.
Likewise. I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Having overcome her trial, I can sense newfound conviction from Gallica as both an ally and a friend.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I just don't know what their plan is now. Like how they're
We've
gonna
got the
get
path to tomorrow in front of us,
Elemental Master
and I'm gonna
Warlock.
lead the way.
You gain extra turn. Oh, I forgot about that. That's insane. Alright, so now we're getting all the insane abilities. We got the insane archetype, and now we have the insane ability. Yeah, we'll study those. The Master. Warlock, okay.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
This is the magic of music that Gallica cast for me. Now that I think about it, it helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
Book is the legacy of my parents, late King of Uchronia and the Queen of the Elven Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book was a mere fantasy, but the ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum. Yeah, we kind of got that.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter.
Oh shit, we're probably in the last chapter of this game now.
It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together.
Okay.
The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical.
Power.
There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
True utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell into ruin and destroyed in war. So if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, these truly the ideals we're striving for? Seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Cruiday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village. But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power.
Yeah, he just kind of like he just kind of chilled afterward, which I don't blame. So that's how the church really was able to make moves within the kingdom.
With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even.
Sounds familiar.
But
I don't know why.
we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become a reality.
Right.
Yet, what choice is there but to believe in them? The alternative is to accept that nothing.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
After discussing the novel and our ideals with Gallica, I closed my eyes. Namor. Academia. Seems that I've been summoned by Mori.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
Anxiety?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you?
That's...
Or something like
yeah,
that.
that actually makes more sense, Gallica.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot
Yeah, because you can get rid of, like,
and
you
once
can
your
deal with your
familiar place is
anxiety.
determined, that fate cannot be changed.
But that is true, that is the original inescapable fate. The true inescapable fate.
Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks...
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who?
remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time?
But you know my mom?
Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you,
Ted Bundy.
I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the Ascension of Kings.
My consciousness faded away, and I was back to my reminded that Moore was the author. Has Moore visited the ancient Elven kingdom?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Idle stay, I gotta go take a shit so I can get my luck up.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
What do I say?
Wow. I feel so motivated.
Yet if he suddenly spoke with the eloquence of a philosopher king, 'twould bemuse more than it would spur.
You can take it at your own pace. We're all getting used to it gradually.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Coin would be nice. I don't care for honor.
I don't care for honor, power, or anything of the sort.
Even having become your highness the prince. 'Tis strange to say, but you have not changed a bit.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Really?
Where are we
Why
going?
though?
Oh, come on.
We have to get the Grand Trad.
This
Okay,
is
we'll
what
go to
let's
Grand Trad. Stop Luis
You
this
see?
time for sure. I doubt all in Grand Trad will give us a warm reception. Still. Should we choose not to fight? Then Luis's victims will only pile up.
Yeah.
Easy to say will help anyone, but doing it's a whole another thing. All the more reason we gotta prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. Lead by example. Besides, won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position.
Oh shit.
Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Yeah, they
Is
gotta
this
get
really
the
the
fuck out of
time
there.
for idle chit-chat?
Batlin.
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel.
How'd you get in here?
Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Is he gonna try and tell them to be on my side?
Well then, let us
But like,
depart.
we're in like the 2000s. Like, I don't know if Batlin would be like, yeah, you guys should support the guy who turned into a monster.
Lord Luis, your pardon.
Fucking Zorba.
We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Interesting.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
Okay, so he is still a big supporter.
Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tides. This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the
Batlin's
things
huge.
one after another?
Batlin is crazy huge. I didn't think Batlin would be this important, but Batlin is fucking crazy. That is right, yeah. How does he find all these humans? That he makes them?
Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, Churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right, all right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about?
Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling.
Is the gambler gonna be able to accept Batlin's bet? Because like if a lone silver could give you mountains of Reeve, imagine all of that money, how much Batlin would get for that.
Luis's respect
Be
for
richer
power
than
is
me.
certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Are we about to?
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic.
I want to know.
Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin.
Oh, come on. Where is it? I use scepter. Huh.
In other
We'll
words,
learn what it is eventually.
if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Is he also? He's Elden too.
Thou wert elder.
He's Hytholodeus' like probably illegitimate son.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart.
Not always blind to this. Because we know he's from the Elden village, so it actually makes sense that he's Elden. And he has, like, we know from Juna that, like, her tribe uses glamours to hide what their tribe fully looks like. So it's no surprise that Luis is doing something similar, using an accessory thing that fools people into thinking that he is not Elden.
And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Oh shit.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back!
Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
'Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Louis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi! Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in
Even
a
the
carapace
thick
like
one.
you, and you spit on him. Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam.
Damn, these
You
people
want
are
us to
so
support the prince?
like set on just killing everyone who's not with
Juna,
them.
I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince? I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame! Shame!
Shame, shame, shame.
Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you!
How dare you strike out at him?
They're all traitors, I say!
When I read that really quick, it said you ungrateful. I didn't read pagan, and then I saw count, but like I read it fast, so I didn't see the O, and I was just like, damn, that is crazy. Like everyone gets something, and then like this fucking Scraps was like, Mustari girl, you ungrateful. Like holy shit.
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here!
Okay, we'll hold on. Thank you, Batlin, but I gotta take a quick break. Hey, sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I hate I hate pausing, but like sometimes this game gives me no out, you know? Like I don't know when the next time I'm gonna hit a save point is, so I had to get my day started. It's crazy. But I mean, I know we're in the real like deep plot of the story right now, so it makes sense that there's gonna be little time to save, but goddamn.
Don't bother with them. No talking this one out. You need to run now.
Thanks, Batlin. He's a real G. Like, I do like Batlin a lot.
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds.
That's fair.
After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
Now everyone's gonna be scared.
No, that's not...
I know. It's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Yep.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy.
Yeah.
Blind fanaticism.
It is.
Like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic, but we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Nurse is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. It seems like the city has calmed down, just a tiny bit. I have a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner. We shouldn't chance it. To make our way over to the Hush Honeybee. When it's gone. And I don't think we've really gained any items we can use for the... We actually checked.
Now, where was I?
So let's go to Academia real quick. I just want to see if she can do any experiments to make Yuffie useful. Please make Yuffie useful.
So, you've acquired a new archetype.
Heartily encourage you to examine its ability. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Party. I gotta put Yuffie back in the party, or else she's gonna start like now she's like equal to Basilio. That's not good. That's fucking not good at all. Yeah, we're almost at 57. Oh, the magic formula appeared written by the king. No, the royal magic, but it's written in a language from the old world, and I can't read it. Mysterious name is True Seeker. That's Billy.
That reminds me.
Oh, you figured out that parts we can't read are written in the old world language, right? Are you able to find out anything
The
else?
truth of the matter
Somewhat,
is,
yes. However, it raises more questions than it provides answers.
What?
What do you mean? It's all names. The parts written in the old world language aren't part of a spell at all. It's a list of countless names.
not quite.
And again, perhaps that's the type of spell it is to begin with. Is this a list of all the people that died? The humans? Because, like, Cousin Billy, I'm a human.
No way!
Really? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Whose names are they anyway? I can't make heads or tails of all the seeker and royal magic business. Perhaps the royal magic isn't the kind of spell we've assumed it. The floating palace, the way the spell reads the hearts of the people and protects candidates from assassination. Perhaps there are deeper truths beyond the magic's individual aspects. The former king's greatest wish was to guide the kingdom to reform. I assume what's written here is the crux of his endeavor to that end.
That's right.
I'm not confident in my ability to say, that's spelling error. I'm not confident in my ability to decipher any further meaning from it. When or if you recall anything, I would appreciate if you'd examine the scroll for me again.
I've been waiting.
Something I wanted to point out to you. You've awakened the Prince archetype. The power within your way of life has influence even over your allies, and now signs of a power beyond imagination present themselves. It is the power of a true hero, and one such shares supports the perspective of the sovereign. Such is a royal archetype. I hope you'll let me witness its power to come to. Allies can now use royal archetypes. But they are powerful archetypes.
How
Okay,
good of you to
shit.
come.
Study archetypes. I don't even know what his. Oh, god damn it. Stroll. We don't even know how to get his royal archetype. Oh, but we know how to get. Element Master. That's not impossible. Raises a bear that notifies one almighty attack for one ally. That's actually insane! Add one turn icon the turn after a proclamation skill is used. Notify if the caster is incapacitated. What the fuck? Hold on. What's a proclamation skill? My guard. Applies one. That's insane. That's fucking insane. Holy shit. But I wish I knew it was Paladin. Well, we need to get Dark Knight up there anyways. It's only 15. We can do this. Element Master, that's gonna be like the annoying. Yeah, oh sorry. Paladin is 20. This needed 15. Wizard. What's yours? Ninja and two things that we have no idea about. Third Eye is really great. Plunder. Haste. Greatly increased wieldless hit evasion at the start of battle. Deals heavy slash damage to my one hit kill targets. That's insane. Completes all of it. If they're attack. That's actually insane. I mean, it's not crazy because when an enemy misses, they like lose like 2 turn icons, but that's still fucking crazy. Yeah. Okay. Juna, what is? We don't know what your last one is. It's got to be like stuff like this, right? Increase magic. Hold on. Increase magic skill attacks by 25. That's insane. And prevents turn icon loss when an enemy is defeated using. When an enemy is defeated, you don't lose a turn icon. When you use when you basically just use magic. It's not even magic because if you have an element attack. That's actually insane as well. Holy shit. Soul hat. Oh, that's an easy one to get because it's only 20 and 20. You are like 4 levels away from being able to do it. Summon deity. We're gonna fucking summon a deity. Magic, high chance of inflicting frostbite. Revives any allies from KO and restores all to. Summon God modified. So what's your buff effects? Extreme. That was severe, and this is extreme. Decreases their attack and defense for 3 turns. Damn. Wielder defeats an enemy with summoning magic. No turn icon. That's that's insane. Okay. Yufa actually might be insane. We don't even know what Basilio needs. Like, obviously it's gonna be like probably mastering this one, but we're not even there yet. Charge. That's insane. That's pretty good, damn. Deals extreme physical strike damage to one enemy, ignores increases strike attack. Lands a critical hit with the physical no turn icon. If we could boost his luck, because I think luck causes crits. And there's also like another, I think it's like ninja that increase. No, it's Pugilist, right? Critical hit rate when the wielder's and beginning of squad battle. That would be insane. If we can get to here, get that, and then get that. I wonder if Pugilist is this level of Pugilist is like what he needs. That would make sense. Okay, that's really interesting. That was really interesting to know. I don't really. Wait, can I make a I can't make a mask with a prince, right? I don't know. Weakness to pierce. Fire, ice. Multi-target ice magic inflicts frostbite. Knight and fairy. Pierce attack, but does use fairy as well. War god. Avatar and war god. That needs a war god. Okay, so we can get Minotaur, that's no problem, right? Multi-target strike attack. I'll use a summoner to call upon Toros King, who's a powerful multi-strike. Okay. The pierce attack that reduced defense is actually insane. But the multi-target... No, she already has a multi-target ice magic. It's fairy. We don't need that, but this is actually really good. Genma. Fans. Okay. Hey, cat. Here's how he takes care of it. Alright. Let's leave. Let's go back to reality. Up there goes gravity. Up there goes gravity. He's on my buddy. Won't give up that easy. No, he won't have. Save. Save complete. Okay. We're stopping here. And then we'll pick it back up next time. So until then, my friends, I'll see ya.